Ok, va bene, andiamo. Over the last 10 years, FAO in Myanmar has been concentrated mainly on the implementation of emergencies caused by natural disasters, which was the case of Cyclone Nargis in 2008 and Giri in 2010, as well as Cyclone Komen in 2015. The activities that we are currently implemented, they've been a response to the 2015 floods, and they are addressing approximately 26,000 households, which it's about 150,000 people. But we are also implementing activity in response of the 2016 floods with a project funded by the Central Emergency Response Fund for approximately 5,000 households. More recently, we started to implement also activities that are not exclusively dealing with the natural disasters, but that are also looking at the situation caused by the civil unrest and conflicts that are still present in some area of the country, like in Rakhine State, in Shan and Kachin states. Ne vuoi di più?
No, perfetto, benissimo.
La teniamo? Va bene.
Buona la prima.
Buona prima. The resilience approach of FAO in Myanmar. Dimmi, te lo ridico.
È troppo veloce.
The resilience approach of FAO in Myanmar. We have been basing our intervention on several pillars. The first one is an improved capacity for identifying the needs of the affected population using different kind of technologies like the aerospatial technologies that is helping us to have a better identification of the area that has been affected by the floods and which kind of crops have been affected by the flood, and on top of it a quantification of the disaster. But we are also combining this kind of aerospatial assessment with ground assessment to investigate the food security condition of the people that has been affected by the disasters. We are working on an improved planning and programming by designing resilience action plans, and we started with Rakhine. The resilience action plan for Rakhine is under implementation, but we hope that we can move in Shan and Kachin states to design other two action plans. We are working on including the civil society in our operations, and therefore we want to have a more inclusive approach for national and international organizations, but also for the university, for the academia of the country. In terms of cross-cutting issues, we want to improve our capacity to engage with gender, and particularly we want to have a better understanding of what is the gender role in the agricultural sector. We also want to have a more transparent approach in the identification of the beneficiaries, implementing accountability of affected population, and we want to be more innovative in what we are doing, and therefore the approach in cash transfer and aerospatial methodology for the identification of the flood-affected area are two examples of what we are doing. Buona seconda. The challenges. The challenges are diverse and of different kind of nature. We have logistical challenges that are mainly related to our capacity to reach hard to reach areas because of the transport, but we are also facing a problem with the procurement of quality inputs, like seeds, for example, which is very difficult in this country to have quality certified seeds available before the planting season. We have challenges that is related also to the approval process of our interventions, within the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation. And we are also challenging that is related to the time of processing our intervention and our procurement.
Time of processing intervention.
Processing time, la rifacciamo?
No, se vuoi puoi solo ripetere alla fine, non so se si dice.
Okay, the last challenge that I would like to mention is the... Vado? The last challenge that I would like to mention is the processing time of... porca vacca.
Ricomincia senza magari dirmi the last challenge.
Okay. Another challenge that we are facing is the processing time of big procurements, big orders, due to our quality assessment system within FAO.
Le rifacciamo?
Perché?
Perché ho guardato qua, ho guardato lui, tu non guardavi ma lui mi ha beccato subito. È questa che è difficile da dire.
Perché è proprio difficile da dire questa cosa.
Okay. Another challenge that we are facing is the processing time of amounts that are above the delegation of authorities within our country office.
Ok,
Bene.
più complicata. Questa non so se la...
Troppo
Era
complicata?
più semplice quella di prima, no?
Te la rifaccio.
Grazie.
Un attimo, aeroplano.
Okay. Another challenge that we're facing is the processing time for big orders when we have big amounts of goods that we have to procure, and FAO quality control requires some solid justification of our purchasing orders.
E quindi
Basta.
tu implichi che la quality assurance ti prende tempo,
Eh sì,
ma la implichi, cioè, io non lo so.
tu non lo sai.
Io dico, cioè, è giusto
no,
che
è
ci sia il
giusto.
quality assurance. Manca solo l'ultima parte.
Ecco, la possiamo
Dimmi
dire.
che the quality assurance procedure required by FAO requires a big amount of time which is not available in an emergency.
Ok, potremmo girarla tutta.
Sì.
Cominciare a dire che another challenge in an emergency context is to conduct procurement of amount of goods which are above a certain threshold, and that requires quick action for delivering the goods within the agricultural planting season.
Questa mi sembra
Ti sembra che vada meglio?
meglio. Se la vuoi rifare la rifacciamo.
Per me è
Ok.
buona. Non so.
Vado. Evaluation. Evaluation is one of the steps within the project cycles that cannot be omitted, and on the contrary, that requires... no, non mi piace, scusami.
Se vuoi la domanda è su how useful,
No.
the usefulness of evaluation.
Ok, ci sono. An evaluation it represents an important step in any project cycle, and it is important that recommendation and the conclusion of any evaluation process are included in the... Aspettiamo. Okay. Evaluations are an important and critical step in any project cycle, and are necessary for improving the performance of a country program. In our case, we have been using the case study that was conducted in Rakhine in June, that was combining the experience of FAO in Rakhine State over a period of 10 years, over a period of 5 years. we use the recommendation of that case study to improve our performance on the ongoing project, and we have been using particularly the recommendation on the selection of the beneficiaries for being more inclusive and more participatory in our selection exercises. I also believe that evaluation should be contextualized with external factors during the implementation of a country program, so that they're also considering the political changes and what are the natural climatic disaster that might occur in a country. It is equally important that evaluation look into what are the respective roles of the country, of the regional, and the headquarter. Va bene?
The country office and the regional office.
Ok. Ti rifaccio l'ultima. It is equally important that the evaluation consider also the roles of the country offices, the regional offices, and the headquarter to better picture what has been implemented and under which circumstances.
Va bene. Se vuoi rifare tutta quella della valutazione, me la rifai un attimo?
Guarda, è soltanto perché sei trentina.
Grazie.
Ti giuro, non l'avrei fatto per nessun altro. In my opinion, any evaluation represents a critical part in any project cycle and represent the opportunity to improve the performance of a program. In the case of Myanmar, as an example, we've been using the recommendation of the case study that was conducted in Rakhine State the beginning of June to improve the performance of the ongoing emergency operation, and therefore to improve our capacity to select the beneficiaries and to be more participatory in the selection of the targeted population. I also believe that an evaluation has to consider internal and external factors, and therefore being able to analyze what are the conditions under which a country program has been implemented. Finally, I would like to say that an evaluation has to consider the roles, the responsibility of the country offices, the regional offices, and headquarters. E la chiudiamo qua.
Perfetta.
Ti devo